Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Rod Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Weekend wrap up. Oh, yeah, man. Today is Saturday, October 11th, 2025. And this here has been a very eventful week. Let's start off with Donald Trump is mad because he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. Why the hell would they give a man who said that he could end the Ukrainian war within 24 hours after he got in office, which he could have? Y'all want to know all that has to be done to end that Ukrainian war? Because really, it's us against the Ukraine, y'all. No matter what y'all think it is. Russia didn't just invade Ukraine. This is all about NATO encroaching up on Russia's border. Again, I give the example. What if Canada or Mexico allowed Russia to put weapons on the borders with the United States? What you think the United States would do? It would be no question. In less than 24 hours, the United States would invade Canada or Mexico. This is what happened in the Russian Ukraine war. It is the United States and NATO fighting. But not only has he escalated that war, he's also complicit in the genocide in Israel by letting Benjamin Netanyahu, the real president of the United States, continue to slaughter and ethnically cleanse the Palestinian of the Gaza Strip and do what they're doing in the West Bank. Also, Trump is about to go to war in Venezuela. So how would he expect to get a Nobel Peace Prize when everything that he's doing is warmongering, continuing the warmongering process? What we have to realize, though, y'all, this is the plain and simple truth. We coming to find out more and more about the Israeli capture of our United States government. Remember how I always tell you what goes on overseas affects us here in America. Y'all don't realize that Israel is in control of your government. This is why, coming up to the midterms, we need to find out every politician that's running from office who's getting money from AIPAC or any other Israeli lobbyist group. Now, again, part two, go to the second item. Yes, Donald Trump just struck another fishing boat in Venezuelan waters. Right now, we have almost 4,000 troops on the border with Venezuela, y'all. And it's basically, Trump said that he's going to use whatever means he can to overthrow the Venezuelan government because of narco trafficking. Now, let me tell y'all what that's really about. Venezuela is not dealing drugs into the United States. Most of your drugs that's coming into the United States is coming from the Pacific Ocean, which Venezuela does not have access to. If you want to stop drugs in America, all you gotta do is disband the CIA. We said this in many previous videos. I'm not gonna go into that in detail. You know, what else was there to talk about? Oh, of course. So basically, Trump said this week that we basically will be going to war with Venezuela. We're gonna bomb them in the ocean because again, I'm gonna say use the word unalive some people in another fishing boat. These people are fishermen, y'all. These people are not trafficking drugs. So they got to be the dumbest drug dealers on the planet to take thousands of kilos into the Gulf of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? To try to reach America. That's not going to happen. Also, we see ICE and the federalization of the Texas military up in Chicago. This shit finna turn out bad, y'all. For y'all who don't really understand what's going on, you're witnessing the introduction of a police state here in America. This is what this is all about. Didn't Trump just come last week, not this week that just passed, but week before, and tell us that he was going to use the military, the United States military, to practice in our cities for these foreign wars that they're about to conduct. Because guess what, y'all? We are going to war against Venezuela, probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to war again. Don't believe that little peace treaty that they signed, that ceasefire that they signed between Hamas and Israel. Israel is going to break that especially now that Hamas is saying that we're not going to give up our weapons. We'll do everything else that y'all asking, but we're not going to give up. Why would Hamas give up their weapons and then they give Israel free reign to continue to destroy? Because Israel is going to break that ceasefire. You know what I'm saying? Also, we have heard more and more information coming out about Israel is ready to strike Iran. We have been, over this last week, we have seen more and more movement of troops and instruments or weapons, warships, air refueling tankers, all that's moving to the Middle East. They're about to strike Iran, which is going to be the death knell in Israel, because Iran basically kicked Israel ass a couple of weeks back in the 12-day war. Israel was getting beat so bad they had to call Trump and ask Trump, could he do a negotiate a ceasefire deal. So y'all stay tuned, man. These are just a few items. I'm gonna come back over a couple of times today and do a couple of videos. I noticed that a lot of people telling me the only way that they see my videos is they have to literally go and search for Robert R. Thomas Jr. or the Real News Behind the News to find our videos. We're being heavily scrutinized. I got all these people, these trolls on my page. I got people all the way from Israel call themselves threatening me as if I give a fuck about some mass child killers. That's all the people in Israel are. I ain't gonna say too much more because I don't want to get this page banned. But I'm gonna go back on YouTube. It's gonna be on another channel. I'll send y'all the link. But y'all stay tuned, man, because the rest of the day I'm gonna break each one of these stories down and let you know the real news behind. Oh, also, y'all really realize when they told you that China was using TikTok to brainwash our kids? Well, guess what? Israel, Larry Ellison, just bought TikTok. And guess what else he bought? He bought all of CBS and Paramount. So, again, what you all are finna get in America, if you watching the mainstream media, you finna get propaganda. Because CBS News and all this is under the control of the Israeli government right now. TikTok is under the control of Israeli government. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on. Y'all stay tuned.